Hello everyone, this video is for MyMathLab courses which have the personalized homework option. You should have already taken the quiz. This one is to explain how to do the homework and how to use the learning aids within the homework assignment to help you learn the material required for this course. After you've taken the quiz, go ahead and click on your homework assignment. On the homework assignment, you should notice green checks next to topics that you got correct, and then nothing next to the ones that you didn't get correct on the pre-quiz. The idea is by the end of this assignment, to get 100%, you need a green check next to every single problem. One of the advantages of the homework assignments versus the quizzes is you can come in and do one problem at a time, or as many as you want. You can come in and out as many times as you want. You can reload these problems as many times as you want up until the due date of the exam. So truly there is no reason for you not to get 100% on the homework, because you can do these as many times as you want and use the learning aids to help you, assist you in doing it. So let's pick a problem. But before we pick a problem, let's look and see what these things mean, these symbols mean next to the different problems. For instance, this green little one right here means that there's an instructor video explaining a video solution, how to do that problem. This little purple arrow with the white circle means that there's an animation slideshow. Some of them will have multiple learning aids, other of the problems will have none. So make sure you get to understand these different learning aids as you can use them. We'll go ahead and pick a random problem. What's the difference between these and the quizzes? You still have the navigation options at the top for the different problems. But instead of submitting the entire thing, you only need to submit one problem at a time. When you submit a problem, you can hit check answer, and it'll give you a hint as to what you're doing right or wrong. This isn't like the quiz in that we get 3 attempts to get this answer right, rather than the quiz where you only got 1. After you check it 3 attempts, what you will notice happen is it'll actually tell you the right answer and what you answered. When you hit done, you'll notice the right answer is displayed, and moving your mouse over it will show you what your answer was. If you actually got the answer correct and MyMathLab didn't accept it, check to see if it was just simply a typing error. Try reloading the problem, and if not, you can email your instructor and ask for partial credit. So now that I have the problem wrong, you'll see a red X at the top. Go ahead and click Similar Exercise. It reloads the problem, very similar problem, just different numbers. Now I have to solve the new problem, and I have another attempt at this question. Once again, I get to enter an answer 3 times. After the 3rd time, I have to reload the problem. I can continue this process as many times as I want until I get the problem correct. When you get a problem done properly, correct, you'll see it says well done or fantastic, and you go ahead and click OK. Now there's a green check next to that problem, and you'll notice your homework score changes and you'll get credit for that problem. Do as many problems as you want at a time, and when you're done, go ahead and click Save. You'll notice my score stays like that, and I have credit for the question that I actually did. I can come in and out of this homework assignment as many times as I want, getting problems correct and saving my progress along the way. Notice I don't need to write anything down or turn anything in to the instructor, as my score is saved online right here. So what if you're having difficulty with a problem? What do you need to do to get help? MyMathLab provides many different solutions for you to get help on the problems. The first and probably most important learning aid is Help Me Solve This. Help Me Solve This is the one that I recommend for my students to use the most often. When you click on Help Me Solve This, you will notice the problem that they do is identical to the problem that you were asked to do. You are going to work through that exact problem step by step, interacting throughout the time. Working through the problem step by step, it'll tell you whether you're right or wrong on each individual step. Once you've entered the wrong answer twice, it'll give you the right answer and continue through the solution. Once you've completed the problem, you can go back and review all the different steps that you've done. Pay particular attention to the final answer, because that's how they're going to want you to input the answer for the homework problem. Using Help Me Solve This helps you interact and see the solution to the problem step by step. Interacting is key to learning. Watching someone else do it, you will not learn the material near as well. That's why I would recommend Help Me Solve This. After completing the Help Me Solve This, go ahead and click Close. What you're going to notice is that when you do this, the problem will turn to a red X, even though here it's a green because I've already attempted the problem. And the problem will reload for you to do again. Once again, after using Help Me Solve This, it'll give you a red X for the problem, reload the problem just as similar exercise would, to give you credit for the problem again, and so you can do the problem again. So what's the difference between Help Me Solve This and View an Example? View an Example is going to work a problem that's not identical to my problem, but very similar. View an Example, you just hit continue and read along until you see the final answer. There's no interaction here, which means there's no learning going on. So why would I even recommend View an Example? The primary reason I'd recommend View an Example is if you're getting frustrated with MyMathLab and you don't know how to input the final answer. You can always click View an Example, scroll all the way to the bottom, and look at the final step. The final step will always show you what format they want the answer inputted. Sometimes MyMathLab, the only reason you're getting the work wrong is because you didn't put the answer in the proper form. So use View an Example, scroll down to the bottom, and check the solution to see how you should enter the answer. On the right hand side, depending on the problem, you will also have multiple learning aids, such as video.
You may be asking yourself is, alright, well
what a video is an instructor working through a problem, step by step, and explaining to you how to do it. This is like having office hours. Come in and see someone work through a problem just like it. Animation slideshows. Animation slideshows have someone working through a problem, but it's written on a computer, so it's nice handwriting for you to see. It's an instructor explaining step by step how to do it as well. And another resource is the textbook. When you click on the textbook, it brings you to the chapter and the section for the material on the homework. It does not bring you to a problem identical to the one that you're doing. It just brings you to the start of the section. It is up to you to go through the textbook and try to find a problem similar in the example set to the one that you're doing. Make sure you understand that this textbook is interactive. There are symbols for watching videos for instructors explaining it. There's You Try It examples, which brings up problems and helps you through it to see how you're doing. You can click on the next page or previous page by the left and right arrow here or on the left and right of the screen. Go through the textbook and make sure you understand everything for that problem. You can use tools such as highlighting or even note-taking to take notes. The nice thing about this is these highlighting and notes will be there next time you open the textbook in that section. So, on the homework assignments, you can do the problems as many times as you want. You get to attempt any particular answer, usually 3 times, sometimes 2 if it's a multiple choice, or only once if it's a true-false problem. But remember, if you get that answer wrong, you can always click Similar Exercise to reload the problem and start again. Use those learning aids. Help Me Solve This, working through the exact same example, interacting with you. View an Example to see the solution, and the different learning aids such as the textbook, videos, and animation slideshows. You can always click Ask My Instructor, which will email the instructor that exact problem. But be careful using this. Make sure you've used the learning aids first to try to figure it out. I'd be aware of the print button, as it only prints 1 problem per page and can be very wasteful of material. Sometimes you can just take a picture with your cell phone and bring that into your teacher instead of having to print out the entire page. That is the learning aids and the homework assignments. Make sure when you save and exit, make sure to save before you exit, as I almost clicked out right there. It'll save your progress and you can continue the work as many times as you would want. You have to finish it by the due date and always try to get that 100% score. I hope this helps you with this video.